Welcome to China. Have you ever imagined China as only the Great Wall, the Forbidden City, or the crowded megacities? You are not alone because most travelers stop there. But hidden within this vast land are wonders so surreal they feel like they belong in another world. Mountains that float like islands in the sky, sacred peaks rising like stairways into the heavens, forests of stone that look alive, and temples clinging to cliffs where humans dared to defy gravity. The truth is, China is more than history and tradition. It's a living canvas of the unreal. And today, we'll uncover its most otherworldly places. So, take a breath. Let the noise of the world fall away and join us here as we unravel the most unreal destinations across China. We welcome you once again to our Radiant Places exclusive. There's a place where mountains don't behave like mountains should. In the remote corners of Hunan province, Zhangjiajie National Forest Park defies everything we think we know about how rock should stand. Here, quartzite sandstone pillars thrust skyward like the fingers of sleeping giants. Some reaching over 1,000 feet into mist-shrouded sky. These aren't mountains in any traditional sense. They're vertical worlds unto themselves, each pillar crowned with its own ecosystem of ancient trees and rare plants that have never touched the valley floor. The magic of vertical stone continues in ways that seem almost too deliberate to be natural. In Yunnan province, the stone forest rises from red earth like a geological symphony frozen in time. These limestone spires, carved by 270 million years of patient water, create a labyrinth where visitors walk between towering needles of grey rock that pierce the sky like ancient spears. Local Yi people have legends about these formations. They say the stones are the remnants of a great forest turned to rock by the gods. Standing among them, feeling dwarfed by their impossible height and delicate precision, those legends don't seem far-fetched at all. Water has its own way of creating magic in China's landscape. Along the border with Vietnam, Detian Waterfall cascades across multiple tiers in a display of power and grace that spans international boundaries. This is one of the world's largest transnational waterfalls, where the Qishan River drops nearly 200 feet across limestone terraces in a thunderous celebration that can be heard for miles. The waterfall exists as a reminder that natural beauty recognizes no human borders. The mist that rises from its base nourishes bamboo forests and rice paddies on both sides of the frontier, creating a shared paradise born from falling water. Human ingenuity has found equally creative ways to work with landscape. In the lowest plateaus of Shaanxi province, cave dwellings carved into hillsides have housed families for over 4,000 years. These Yaodongs, literally kiln caves, represent one of humanity's most sustainable architectural traditions. Carved into the earth itself, they maintain constant temperatures year-round, require no external building materials, and can house multiple generations within networks of connected chambers. Today, millions still call these earth-embraced homes their residence, continuing a way of life that proves comfort and beauty need not require conquest of the landscape, but harmony with it. Perhaps nowhere else in China does water and stone create more perfect harmony than in the karst landscapes of Guangxi province. Here, along the Li River near Yangshuo, emerald peaks rise from calm water like sleeping dragons whose backs have been turned to stone. These limestone hills, worn smooth by millions of years of tropical rains, reflect perfectly in the river's surface. Creating a doubled world where sky and water merge, where mountain and reflection become indistinguishable. For over 1,000 years, Chinese artists have tried to capture this landscape in silk and ink. Yet no painting has ever quite conveyed the ethereal quality of mist rising from water, of peaks that seem to float between earth and heaven. Not far from these river reflections, the earth has carved its own window to eternity. Moon Hill Mountain rises like a giant's archway, its perfectly circular hole punched through solid limestone, creating a natural frame for sky and cloud. Local legend tells of Chang'e, the moon goddess, who dropped her mirror while fleeing to the lunar palace. Where it fell, it burned through the mountain, leaving this celestial window. climbing the 1,000 steps to reach its base, watching how the opening frames different portions of sky as you ascend, you understand why ancient Chinese saw divine intervention in this geological sculpture. From windows in stone, we journey to windows in time itself, where nature has painted landscapes that seem too perfect for reality. Jiuzhaigou Valley in Sichuan province exists like a fairy tale that decided to become geography. Here, over 100 turquoise lakes cascade down a Y-shaped valley, each pool a different shade of blue and green, colored by minerals that create an underwater rainbow. Ancient forests of spruce and fir reflect in waters so clear they create the illusion of floating trees, while waterfalls freeze mid-cascade in winter, becoming crystal sculptures that catch light like prisms. The most ambitious human collaboration with impossible landscape might be the Karakoram Highway, a road that dares to traverse some of Earth's most dramatic terrain. This engineering marvel winds through glaciated peaks, across high-altitude plateaus, and along precipitous gorges where the air itself feels thin with altitude and wonder. At over 15,000 feet above sea level, this highway passes through landscape so surreal it seems extraterrestrial. Glaciers flowing like frozen rivers between peaks that pierce the sky, lakes colored turquoise by glacial flower, and vast expanses where only sky and stone exist in perfect, terrible beauty. Sacred mountains in China hold a different relationship with the divine than anywhere else on Earth. Fanjingshan in Guizhou province rises from mist-shrouded valleys like a natural temple. Its summit split into twin peaks connected by a narrow bridge of stone, barely wide enough for the Buddhist temple perched impossibly upon it. This sacred mountain, over 2 billion years old, serves as an island of ancient forest surrounded by newer geological formations. Climbing its chain-assisted paths through primordial forest toward temples that seem to balance on the very edge of possibility, you ascend through evolutionary time itself, each elevation hosting species found nowhere else on Earth. The marriage of spiritual devotion and impossible architecture continues in the Taoist temples. Scattered across Sichuan's mountain peaks, where monks chose to build their sanctuaries not in comfortable valleys, but on summits that required faith just to reach. These temples, some dating back over 1,000 years, cling to cliff tops accessible only by narrow paths carved directly into rock faces. Here, morning prayers mix with mountain mist, while evening meditations take place among peaks that seem to float in seas of cloud. The journey to reach these temples becomes as transformative as any prayer. Each step upward, a meditation on determination. Each view, a reminder of humanity's place within the vast scope of nature. The ancient practice of carving devotion into living rock reaches perhaps its most spectacular expression in the Maijishan mountain grottoes of Gansu province. Here, on a mountainside that resembles a giant wheat stack, Maijishan means wheat stack in Chinese. Over 7,000 Buddhist sculptures peer from more than 190 caves carved directly into the cliff face. These aren't merely caves with art inside them. The entire mountain face has become a vertical temple complex with elaborate wooden scaffolding systems allowing access to caves stacked 7 stories high up the sheer rock wall. Walking the wooden walkways suspended against the cliff, surrounded by ancient Buddhas, gazing serenely from their stone alcoves, you inhabit a 3-dimensional mandala where every level offers new perspectives on both art and the landscape that cradles it.